The lead masks case, Portuguese, Caso das Mascaras de Chumbo, is one of the most surreal unsolved mysteries in Brazilian history. It blends elements of electronics, spiritualism, and high-altitude ritual, leaving behind a crime scene that looks more like a science fiction movie set than a tragedy. The discovery: on August 20, 1966, a young boy flying a kite on Vintim Hill in Niterói, Brazil, stumbled upon two bodies. When police arrived the following day, they found a scene that defied logic. The victims, two men, later identified as Manoel de Cruz and Miguel Viana, both electronics technicians from a town several hours away. The attire: they were dressed in formal business suits and neat matching waterproof raincoats, despite no rain being forecast. The masks, resting on their faces or beside them, were handmade lead eye masks, crude sheets of metal shaped like sunglasses with no holes for vision. The gear: next to them lay an empty water bottle, two wet towels, and a small notebook. The cryptic note: inside the notebook, investigators found a set of instructions written in Portuguese that remain the most haunting clue in the case.
4:30 da tarde estar no local determinado. 6:30 da tarde ingerir cápsulas, após efeito proteger metais aguardar sinal máscara.
Translation: 16:30 be at the specified location. 18:30 ingest capsules, after effect protect metals await signal mask. The timeline of their final days: the two men left their hometown of Campos dos Goitacazes on August 17th, telling their families they were going to buy work supplies and a car. 2:30 p.m. they arrive in Niterói by bus. 2. Purchase: they buy the waterproof coats at a local shop. 3. The bar: they stop at a bar to buy a bottle of water. The waitress later reported that Miguel seemed extremely nervous and kept checking his watch. 4. The hill: they were seen heading toward Vintim Hill, a location known at the time for supposed UFO sightings and spiritualist gatherings. Why did they die? The mystery deepened when the autopsy results came back. There were no signs of violence, no struggle, and no obvious cause of death. Because the bodies were found several days late and the internal organs weren't preserved correctly, toxicology reports were inconclusive, leaving the capsules a mystery. The most prominent theories: scientific spiritualism. The men were known scientific spiritualists who had previously experimented with homemade explosives and radio equipment. It's believed they were attempting to contact extraterrestrials or spirits. The lead masks were likely intended to protect their eyes from a blinding light they expected to see during the encounter. The psychedelic overdose: some believe the capsules contained potent hallucinogens like LSD or mescaline. In their altered state, and perhaps combined with the physical strain of climbing the hill or an undiagnosed reaction, they may have simply stopped breathing or suffered heart failure. The scammer theory: a darker theory suggests they were lured there by someone promising a transcendental experience or a deal involving radioactive materials. This person may have given them poison radiation pills, waited for them to die, and then stolen the large sum of cash they were carrying to buy a car. Current status: the case was officially closed in 1969 with no definitive answers. It remains a staple of Brazilian folklore and true crime, often cited as a cautionary tale about the intersection of technical obsession and fringe occultism. Would you like me to look for any specific 2026 updates or newer forensic theories regarding the capsules mentioned in the note?